Hey everyone, today we are looking at the double eternity knot, which is a larger form of the eternity knot, and we've formed it into this simple bracelet here with an adjustable closure. I'm using 65 centimeters to make this, and I want to start by forming two bites either side of the center of the piece of paracord. So the center will be down here. And then I'm going to start by making a double noose, and I'm going to do that by taking one bite over the other, the right over the left in this case. I'm going to give it a half twist towards me, and then I'm going to tuck this loop up through this bottom one. So I'm going to go around through that bottom loop and then pull, and this end will flip around the knot. So we should end up with this. And now I just want to make sure that this is properly dressed. If I look at how this strand exits here, this free strand, I want it to come out at the bottom side of the knot, not in the center of the knot here. So if your loop looks like that, where the free strand is sort of towards the center, just redress your knot so it comes out down the bottom here. And the same on the other side. If we just flip this knot over, make sure that the free strand ends up coming out at the bottom part of the knot. Once we have our two loops and we've made sure that the knot is dressed correctly, what we want to do is we just want to get this upper strand out of the way, and we want to work with our right hand loop. And I just want to take the working end and tuck it down through that loop and then tighten that loop all the way down. And now with our new loop, I want to give it a half twist towards me so it forms the shape of an 8. I'm going to pinch that off at the center, and then I'm going to take my working end and tuck it up through the far lobe of that 8. And then we can gently tighten this one up, just bit by bit, being careful. And that should make one side of the knot, and we just need to repeat that process on the other side. So I'm just going to flip this knot around like that and repeat on this side, and I'm going to do that by taking the working end and tucking it down through that loop and then closing it up to form a new one here. And then again, I want to form an 8 by twisting this large loop towards me a half turn. I'm going to pinch that off at the center and take the working end up through that far loop, and then carefully tighten this thing up. And that will be the second part of the knot done. Now I just need to make a closure to finish this bracelet, and I'm going to do that by working with these free ends. And we just need to adjust it around until the bracelet is about the size of your wrist. And then I'm going to tie an overhand knot around one of the strands, so I'm going to do that by coming over and under the other strand, taking the working end and then tucking that down through that loop and tightening that down. Tighten this down quite hard so it doesn't come undone later on. And then I just want to do the same over the other side. So the exact same knot. We want to tie it about the same distance along, so about here. And take it over and behind, and then tuck the free end down through that loop. That's about even. And now all we need to do is just cut these free ends off here and singe them, and we will have our finished adjustable bracelet. And so here it is finished.